Everyone is Tank here, and in this video I'm going to be going over the upcoming Marvel Knockout Series Ghost Rider Cup. Basically just how you can play in it and how you can win it, stuff like that. Just similar to how I did with the Locky Cup last night. Now I would have had this out a few hours earlier, sorry. And then the reason I didn't even make a video on the Daredevil Cup last time is because the announcement for these cups were at like 4 AM my time. So I just wasn't ready for this one or the last one or whatsoever. At least today I've got a public holiday. We'll spend a little bit more time on it. But yeah, anyway, if you did play in the last Daredevil Cup or are familiar with how it works, this one's gonna have a very similar format, scoring and stuff like that. So it's gonna be like the knockout modes once again. I'm pretty sure the other cups will be as well, but I'll go into that a bit later on. But the Ghost Rider Cup for trios, 9th to 16th will get you 1 point, so if you go out in the first round that's just 1 point. 5th to 8th you'll get 3 points, 3rd to 4th is 5 points, 2nd is 10 points, and then 1st is 25 points. Doesn't matter how many kills you get, that will come into effect for a tiebreaker. For example, if you and a team are both on 250 points and have the same number of wins, then it'll go by number of eliminations, and then it'll go by average placement match, and then a coin flip. But it's very unlikely that it'll come to that. But yeah, now where you actually get the prizes from. In Europe, you have to place first to 800. They'll be in the top 800 trios. For NA East, it's top 500 trios. For NA West and Brazil, it's top 200 trios. And then for Asia, OCE, and Middle East, it's going to be the top 100 trios. So again, very, very similar to last time. One of the few things that might change, and this one compared to the last one, is the superpowers available in the game mode. Because some of you may know a few weeks ago, a few of the leakers on Twitter were talking about some fire powers that got leaked. And obviously, since this is Ghost Rider, it wouldn't really surprise me if they implemented the powers into that one. But having said that, there weren't any new powers brought in for the Daredevil Cup. So as far as those powers go, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm just looking at the procedure just to make sure, yeah, they don't mention anything about specifically that a new cup will be coming. But the cup is going to be on November 4th for everyone, regardless of where you are. But make sure to know exactly what time it is. Just load up Fortnite, go to the compete tab, and then should be the soonest tournament. So you just click on that one, the Ghost Rider tournament, and you can check. For me, it's going to be on 7 o'clock on Wednesday night, but that could change for you depending on what region you're in or what time zone you're in, stuff like that. So make sure you actually go check yourself instead of just taking my word for it, because it's probably going to be different for everyone. But yeah. This one's got extra restrictions. You have to be level 30 to participate, as well as having 2-factor authentication. I think last time there wasn't any level cap, it was just 2FA. So make sure that your account level 30. I feel like for most of you that won't be a problem, but maybe a few of you got to grind some Team Rumble matches out before playing in this tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I mean by this, but participants who compete in the Ghost Rider Cup and the 2 future cups will still earn a Nexus glider. I thought that was something where you had to play in all 4 of them, but by the sounds of that, you only have to play in 3. So that's interesting. And then also, as I mentioned earlier, for the rest of the Super Series, so obviously the Daredevil one and now the Ghost Rider one are a part of the set of 4 different tournaments, and they've now officially announced that the next 3, sorry, are all going to be duos. The next 2 are going to be identical to the past 2. Oh, sorry, the past 1 and this one. They're both going to be duos, and then they're just for now called Mystery Marvel Hero/Villain Cup. And then in brackets duos. That's going to be November 11th and November 18th, so exactly a week away from tonight's one. And then on top of that, they've got the 1 million Super Cup, which is also going to be duos, and that's going to be on November 21st. And that'll be only a week or 2 before the end of the season. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one ends up going. As far as how to actually win this tournament goes, I played in the OCE, one with 2 of my mates, and we came 20th. So obviously that's well within the top 100. So we actually got the skin. And not only did those 2 not play that much Fortnite in comparison to me, at least, none of the 3 of us had played more than an hour of any of the Marvel modes. But I guess the important things to keep in mind is just making sure that you're taking number advantage of fights over the other team, if that makes sense. Take 2v1s and 3v2s. I'd make sure you're all jumping on the same guy and targeting them. The games are going to get a little bit harder as it goes on, especially if you're getting close to winning the skin. but overall it wasn't that hard for us. There was one point where we went up against like literally 3 pro players, like people who like winning thousands of dollars from Fortnite each season, and that didn't go too well. But apart from that, it was pretty easy. And yeah, also one thing to keep in mind is how the draws work in separate rounds. For example, if you and another team are both on 8 points, how it decides who goes on to the next round is who got the first elimination. I didn't know that going into the last one, and I felt like it's pretty important. So hopefully you guys either did already know that or do understand that now. But yeah, that's all I really have to say on this tournament. If you do have any more questions, feel free to comment them below. And if you did find this video useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share. All those things help out massively. If you want to support me as a creator, that's just code Kang in the Fortnite item shop. But otherwise, that's it from me for now, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.